Good evening, everybody. Happy Monday, but Tuesday. It's a Tuesday, Monday. Welcome to our regular meeting agenda, Tuesday, October 14th. We will call to order 7 p.m. and we will start with roll call.
President Valerie Reinfeller.
Here.
Vice President Andrew Zatillo.
Here.
Councilmember Shirley Blair Fuller. Councilmember Jack Cassini Klein.
Here.
Councilmember Brooke Rochette Williams.
Here.
Councilmember Matt Siglia.
Present.
Councilmember Greg Cardone.
Happy to be here.
Mayor.
Mayor Paul Gamrat.
Here.
All right, and we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance, stand and stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We will start with public comment. We will start with public comment in the room. If you would like to speak, please come
Excuse me,
up.
President. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
I
can hear
do
you.
have Councilmember Blair Fuller online.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. We will start with the room. If you would like to speak, please go up to the podium, state your name, your address, and you have 3 minutes. No, you're good. All right, we'll move to online. If you would like to speak, please raise your virtual hand. We will promote you to panelists. Please state your name, your address, and you have 3 minutes. And right now we have 3 people online. No public comment, so it closes. Thank you. And we'll move on to our ordinary items. Number 3.
Madam President, motion to approve the meeting minutes from the September 8th regular council meeting.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it carries. And Mr. Mayor?
Thank you, Madam President. The chief has reported to me that there were no significant incidents for the month of September 2025. Officers handled a total of 1,040 events this month, 8,429 year to date, consisting of calls for service and proactive patrol engagements and details affecting 9 arrests. The department's 5 police vehicles logged a total of 5,212 miles. The combined year-to-date total now stands at 53,216 miles. The ticket summary for the month of September 25 was 62, 4 non-traffic, 4 parking, and 54 traffic tickets. The magisterial fines for September 25 were $1,745.95. The year-to-date total stands at $18,214.48. This year, Trick or Treats festivities will be held Friday, October 31st from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The Churchill Police Department, in collaboration with the Allegheny County District Attorney's Office, Be Safe, Be Seen initiative, have made available glow-in-the-dark wristbands that could be worn by those participating to increase their visibility to motorists. The wristbands are free of charge and can be acquired by simply stopping in the lobby of the borough building. Several of our officers will be on patrol throughout the borough as well and will be closely monitoring traffic, particularly in our neighborhood areas, to ensure the safety and well-being of all. As the trees transition and fall foliage rise, residents are reminded that it's prohibited to deposit leaves, grass, and other yard waste onto the roadway or street. For leaf disposal, please use proper biodegradable bags and place them at the curb for pickup, which will take place every Tuesday beginning October 14th and continuing through December 2nd. Chief also reminds residents that posting signage on utility poles is not only prohibited by ordinance, but also by the utility companies who own the pole. We are reminded that driving nails and staples into utility poles compromises the integrity of the pole surface, causing it to be penetratable by water and begin to deteriorate prematurely over time. Details and other related statistics concerning the police department during the month of September 25 are reported on the attached police department reports.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Madam President, I motion to accept Mayor Paul's report for September 2025.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it carries. Moving on to our treasurer's report.
Madam President, motion to accept the treasurer's report for September 30th, 2025, and directing the finance officer to pay the bills for the Borough of Churchill accrued since September 9th, 2025.
Second.
As always, I'm just going to read the larger bills. Alcosan was $45,279.48. Gateway Engineers, $37,868.50. Our volunteer fire company, the fire truck reserve, was $32,000. Solai, which does our storm sewer repair work, was $29,618.55. Sigliotti was $22,470. And the volunteer fire company, the relief aid, was $22,253.83.
Was that from the form? Or what was that by relief aid?
That is the state.
It said state lane,
It's passed
it just
through.
passed through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it passed through. So, in and out.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Opposed? And it carries. Let's pay the bills. And moving on to our draft budget presentation by Michelle, who is online, and our finance officer, Ashley Brown.
Can everyone online see the screen okay? Alrighty, so we have our 2026 draft budget presentation, by Michelle. So just an introduction of the Budget and Finance Committee. It consists of our Vice President, Andrew Castillo, the President of Council, Valerie Weinfowler, Brooke Rochette Williams, Michelle McAndrew, and myself. The committee meets once a month, and moving forward, now that it's getting towards the end of budget season, we are going to be meeting twice a month, with the numbers do change daily. So some of our missions and goals is to protect people and property. We strive to keep a safe, attractive environment for families and visitors who choose to invest their time into the borough. So some of the desired outcomes of a full service local government is to keep everyone safe, to keep the borough well maintained, to be efficient and productive, accommodating, fiscally responsible, to be held accountable, and to ensure that there's a high quality of life. Adopted in December 2021 was the fund balance policy, which is resolution 4530. This establishes policy and procedures and how much money should be kept in the general fund, and explains how the capital and operating reserve funds can be supported and used. Each year, extra funds may be transferred to make sure there's enough cash flow and that the borough services continue without interruption. The borough will strive to maintain a maximum of 18% of the year's total general fund expenditures.
One thing I just wanted to note too with that slide is that it's important that the borough doesn't start off with not enough funds to get us through till we receive income taxes in, which is like April. So it's important that we do have a year-end balance to help carry us through the new year.
So where do your tax dollars go? With the current millage rate, which is 9 mil, it's divided into county tax, municipality, and school districts. Your county taxes provide emergency and public services. Your municipality can go towards infrastructure, police services, public works, and for the school district, a lot of the taxes go towards transportation, staff, and technology. And this breaks it down, just gives a better visual on how your taxes are broken down. 64% goes to the school district, 21% goes to the municipality, and 15% goes to the county. So as you can see, the biggest component is the school district. Some of the funding sources for the borough, which is permitted to borough taxes, is our real estate tax. We don't receive any commercial tax. We receive EIT, LST, and real property taxes as well. And other funding sources could be rental of land. We have some cell towers. We have permits, interest earnings, and then grants and contributions, which Michelle does a great job at applying for grants and constantly looking for new opportunities. So some of our accomplishments in 2025, we replaced a 32-year-old tractor for our public works department, which I know they're very excited about. We completed several emergency repairs. We hired a new police officer. We switched banking institutions to gain more interest earnings, which has been doing very well for us now that we went to 110. And we were awarded several grants aimed at enhancing the community, like the LSA grant, the MAP grant. And for the challenges ahead for 2026, there are several things to anticipate for expenditures to increase. Healthcare is going up by 5%, insurance is going up by 13%, construction materials are estimated to increase as well. The increase in amount of emergency repairs and sinkholes, which ties into our aging infrastructure. And then also just numerous products, like household products are estimated to go up as well too. But we do want to emphasize on the aging infrastructure and the increase in the amount of emergency repairs, because we have taken a big beating for those too.
Yeah, excellent, yes.
Yes. So for 2026 goals, again, we want to emphasize the aging infrastructure. We want to complete a lot of outstanding stormwater projects, outstanding sanitary projects that date back to 2019. Our engineering team does a great job of providing us with, a list of projects that have been done and that have not been done, dated back to the years, I think it goes back to 2019. So, we would also like to buy a new police vehicle and maintain a fleet plan. We did not get a vehicle in 2025. And I know one of our vehicles is in and out of the shop a lot.
Yep.
We would like to do some indoor and outdoor building improvements. This building was built in the 70s. There's a lot of old things to the building, the windows, the building could use some new paint on the outside. We get some, a lot of times the residents will let us know, like, what's going on with the road building on the outside, but trying to find funds for that. We would like to do a lot more paving. There has not been a lot of paving done in the past, so we would like to complete more streets. And then we will also like to implement a stormwater authority and utility fund for 2026. So with the stormwater utility fund, that would help some of our outstanding stormwater projects, which we have seen numerous of times. We have the sinkhole in Nottingham, on Kingsdale, another sinkhole in Marbury and Camelot Court, and we have the flooding problem in Getch Drive. A lot of these sinkholes are happening in people's yards and people's backyards, and we are hoping to address these issues. Approximately would be about $1,180,000 to complete all of those projects. That cost can increase. We received numbers a couple of years ago, but again, construction costs have gone up and will continue to go up. So where are we now? In 2025, we had a beginning balance of $1,551,471.63. The year to date through September 2025, we have brought in $3,453,544.58. And for the expenditures, we are at $2,756,191.84. So with our projected year end, because those numbers are just through September, we are expected to have a revenue at $3,693,039.68, and expenditures at $3,585,463.01. That will leave us with a difference of $107,576.67. So our projected beginning balance will be at $1,659,048.30. And after the fund balance policy of 18%, that'll take us down to $1,013,664.97. And that will be our projected beginning balance.
I wanted to ask her, I guess I just have a general comment that I wanted to share that, this all sounds like a lot, right? But when you're talking about managing a $3.6 million budget and, we're consistently managing that, because of our wonderful staff and our finance team and the finance committee, right? We're ending in a balance between, you're talking 1 to 3%, right? Like to manage a balance, a budget for a year and end up coming out, 1 to 3% plus or minus, that's because it's really hard work and people are very cognizant of what we're doing, how we're planning and everything else, right? You hear about some of these other things like, the airport, you know, for example, is, you know, what now, 200% over budget, I think, you know, and other large projects. So, you know, I would just applaud the work of Churchill Borough and especially our staff that, you know, we really work to manage that well so that we're not running into emergencies or having to take emergency loans, you know, that kind of stuff, that puts pressure on the community and the management.
Yeah, that's a good point, and to know, like, while a budget is a budget, it's a framework, right? It's an idea, and there is gonna be fluctuation within that, so, yeah.
We can't predict if it's gonna snow every day in January. We can't predict if there's gonna be sinkholes.
I remember one year we didn't spend like a lot of money on
It's
salt.
like zero, the next year we got
Yeah.
whacked.
Yeah, so like,
it's-
oh, we spent a lot less on salt, cool, we saved some money.
now.
So, yeah, but, yeah,
So it's-
good point.
It's just like, like your own house, you know, things happen, you know, you never expect your water heater to go, next thing you're paying for water heater. So like, we do our best, and I would applaud our team, I applaud the committee, this is a living document, so every day it changes, and but we do our best, thank you, Matt, we do our best to make sure that we're on top of it, keeping it within reasonable parameters, that makes sense, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so like Michelle had mentioned earlier too, it's important, that the borough relies on the ending balance because we don't receive our, you know, monthly water taxes until April. So that projected ending balance is what we're starting. with. That's gonna have to be a first step. This just gives a breakdown of revenue. This is also on your sheets here as well too. So this gives a breakdown like what we're getting in taxes, fines, interest earnings, rents and royalties. From our sheet, we can tell that real estate taxes is about 61.5% of our borough, of our income. 511 taxes is 23.4. So those are our highest, income percentages there. And then I also have a breakdown of the expenditures as well. And then again, if we want to look at our sheet, again, for public safety, is about 49.5% of our budget. And public services is about 22%. So those are the highest things that are contributing to our expenditures for our expenditures.
One thing I did want to note real quick, like Vice President Andrea DiTillo said, like this is a living document. I do know we have not received some numbers in regards to like our liability, insurance. So those numbers that we see in here right now will change a little bit, reflecting of those numbers that we're working with our insurance company to obtain.
So we have some proposed options. Option one, we have a no increase for the 2026 budget. So we have our beginning balance, and then with our beginning balance and our revenue, our expenditures, and the difference. So we did a no increase. That's what we will be. The difference will be of $193,661.86. If we did a $500,000 increase, which is option number two. Again, we have our beginning balance, and then with our revenue and expenditures, we would have a difference of $561,165.36. And these proposed numbers are with no capital transfers at all. And for a third option, we have a $1 million increase. So again, we have our beginning balance and our revenue and expenditures with the difference of $683,668.36. Again, no capital transfers. So that just gives a breakdown if we were to do, you know, no increase, half of, no increase, and $1 million increase. And so for the next steps, the council will review the current draft of the 2026 budget and provide necessary feedback. Like we said, these numbers change every day. You know, as invoices are being paid, as, you know, vendors are reaching out to us for new numbers as well too. So then the finance committee will have a budget open house on November 12th, 2025 for residents to attend and will provide input as well. The budget must be approved in a timely manner so that the required 10-day advertisement can be completed prior to the final approval in December. And then Churchill Borough Council will vote on the final 2026 budget at the December 8th, 2025 regular council meeting. And that's all. And thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving on.
Oh, sorry,
Yep.
but, just in case anyone didn't hear that, the budget open house is November 12th, so mark your calendars, and that's starting at 6 p.m.
Also too, I see Councilmember Brooke Burchett Williams is online.
Thank you.
All right, I'll move on to our staff report, and we'll start as usual with our borough engineer. But it's not our borough engineer today.
Not Denny.
Not Denny.
Thanks, Ed.
So two updates, your CCTV lining and point repair contracts, all the scheduled work has been completed to this point. The contract's final retainage is still being held. It'll be released in next month's binder. The awarded contractors will still be available for emergency work through the remainder of 2025 and 2020 until early 2026, when the next round of contracts go out for bid and are awarded. And then your road program and your rejuvenator projects have been completed. Minor punch list items have been provided to the paving contractor, and they are in the process of completing these. We only anticipate one pay application for that, so first and final pay application will be submitted as part of next month's contractors as well. That's it.
Great,
Thank you.
thank you.
Adam, for our contracts, do we know which ones are coming up that we have to rebid next year versus which ones we still have options left on?
Yeah, so CCTV, you still have a third year option on. The lining and point repair contract will be rebid next year.
Thank you.
Yep.
Good question. All right, she's not here today. In here. Ashley, any updates as far as the budget stuff?
No update, I just encourage everyone to come out November 12th.
Michelle?
I just wanted to say good job to Ashley. She did a great job on that presentation and she's put a lot of hard work in it as well. So thank you for all you're doing, Ashley, with the budget. Two other things. As the council member knows, there's been some advertising issues with Stormwater Authority hearing. So it looks like our new date is set for November 20th. So there will be a special meeting on November 20th here at the Borough Building at 7 p.m. So please mark your calendars for that. As Ashley mentioned too, we have the budget open house for residents on November 12th at 6 in the council chambers. Also, something to note that today the borough was asked to provide a letter of support to the Turtle Creek Valley COG for a grant that they're applying for. I can go ahead and forward more information on this, but it is called Mon Valley Initiative for New Growth with ARC Support. So they're looking to do some, bring in some new development into the areas of the Mon Valley and investing in emerging economic sectors like the steel productions, clean tech and energy manufacturing. So they are seeking a letter of support for that.
Say, let's just to jump in on that, Michelle, that is a joint between Steel Rivers COG and Turtle Creek Valley. And they had some grant money from it already, so they hired a consultant to do some examination kind of what's available. And what they found is that the Mon Valley, you know, especially the communities around us, are set up to very quickly, you know, adapt and be able to be part of kind of renewable batteries, solar panels, that kind of manufacturing because of the facilities we already have in place, you know, the workforce and some of that other stuff. So this is, you know, about how to target that and then work together as a region so we're not competing against each other, right? And we can all benefit, you know, rather than, you know, for example, right, Amazon, you know, kind of did their headquarters too. And, you know, what we found was that, you know, lots of cities kind of just said, you know, hey, we'll outdo this other city. We'll give you more, you know, kind of a race to the bottom sometimes when those things happen. So this is a way we can approach this regionally, you know, to work together.
Thank you.
I have nothing else.
Okay, thanks. Kennedy.
Good evening. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
This is James Williams, representative for the Wilkinsburg Joint Water Authority. Just wanted to, how's everyone doing?
Good, how are
How are
you?
you?
Good, good. Hey, I just wanted to make sure everyone knew about the communication I sent to Michelle McAndrew in regards to the water lines, the lead water lines grant that's out there. Apparently Church Hill has galvanized lines, but the lead water line grant replacement is also offered for galvanized lines. And we have actual addresses and names of folks who have the galvanized lines. And we would like to get a communication out to the residents to let them know that all they have to do is contact us and we will get out there and replace those lines.
Thank you.
Excellent.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, too, I'll know on what James is kind of speaking to, council did approve the letter of support for the Penn Vest as well.
Oh, good.
Anybody can speak on any committee reports? No.
Thank you for finance. Thank you. Like I said, more to come. We're working diligently. This is finance season, so like turn your clocks back and turn your budget up. So we're working on it right now.
Thank you. Other council members, have anything?
Just a reminder that, Sunday is Tips for Cops.
Yes.
At, Carl's,
Close down.
from noon to 6.
Noon to 6, correct.
Yes, and that's a good way to help support our police force.
It is the
And it
benefit.
benefits something,
PD family.
yes,
Isn't it the food bank, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
yeah,
food bank.
yeah.
So yeah, that is down at Carl's Restaurant, right here in Wilkins Township.
Right.
A bunch of volunteers from the local police departments will actually be stepping in to be servers at the restaurant. And all of the tips from noon to 6 p.m. are gonna go to, I think it's the Greater Pittsburgh Food
Food
Bank.
bank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Yep, so it's
That's
a
Sunday.
great opportunity and, come out and enjoy some good food. And, it's great that the local business is partnering, with the police, police forces to do that.
It's multiple police forces, not just ours.
Correct.
Like Wilkins, Monroeville, Churchill, Penn Hill.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll have the Steeler game on.
We're not on Sunday, we're on Thursday.
They're on Thursday. You're on Thursday.
Even better.
Nice.
There'll also be a 50-50 raffle and a silent auction.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
There you
That's
go.
awesome. That's awesome.
And don't forget, leaf pickup is, like you said, tomorrow.
Any other committees want to speak?
One thing I did want to know is that the tree committee will be having a workshop coming up. It is the 21st, so that's next week at 6 p.m. at the Churchill Borough Building. Ken Balke, who's the chair of that, has been working pretty close with Connect and Bartlett Tree to make sure there's experts in the room to talk to you about how to keep your trees on your property healthy.
Busy night at the Borough Building.
Yeah.
The Garden Club is also
The Garden
having
Club,
the same night
Right.
an event with Birds of Prey, which
Oh,
will be in the Yeg Room. So
oh, wow.
come early to get a parking place.
Trees. All about nature.
Love it.
Okay.
Mr. May, do you have anything
You
you'd like
flip
to?
flop it all around. Yes, I just got a text from Ralph. He wanted to know when, again, are the hours for Halloween?
Stop.
That's the 31st from 6 to 8.
Like it is every year.
It's good, it's always good to clarify them.
Right.
I'm sorry, Derek.
If you work for Jack, call Ralph.
I think this year getting plane, they're gonna skywrite it.
Funny.
A couple meetings ago, I mentioned the street captain, so anyone out there that's listening or, as part of our records, if you feel that you think you could, want to volunteer to be a street captain, we're trying to organize that throughout the borough. In another effort for us to reach out to our community, when there's a time of crisis, or if we just want to get information out. So
Mhm.
you'd be a street captain, you'd be responsible for going to just the people on your street
Mhm.
and delivering any kind of information that needs to be out there. Also to make sure that we have their contact information, email addresses, phone numbers, whatever it is, so that we can update our system and keep that always up to date, so that when we push out information, it's there. So the street captain is still in its infancy and we're still talking about it. And we'd like to push that forward.
Yeah, Mayor, just wanted to add to that real quick. I believe the Management and Government Committee is just working on some final touches with that before we can get it up and running. So they'll be meeting soon. So hopefully we can get that started.
Yeah, we're meeting Friday.
Okay, good, yeah, I know it was originally in communications. It's good. The only other thing I mentioned is tomorrow is the third Wednesday of the month. That is also the day that the Churchill Garden Club does their monthly litter pickup. So if you are available, and I know it's tough because people do work during the weekdays and all us retired people are out there. At 9 o'clock, we meet at the Borough Building, organize and go out and pick up the litter, on the entrances and exits of the Parkway and several other areas throughout the borough. Hopefully sometime we could do like a weekend thing, but again, I know people worked all week, you got the weekend, spend time with your family and kids.
I do
It's
have
hard.
work.
But there are people that tell me that they will go out on their own when they're just walking around.
Oh, yeah, there's
There's
a lot
someone
of,
who walks on Long Holland Road, while they're walking, they'll take a bag with them and pick up trash. And that's all part of the program. We just have like a little organized group. I'm proud to say that we probably pick up in the neighborhood of 10 bags of trash
wow.
from what we do over up in that, on that Wednesday.
Yeah, please don't let her.
Shame.
Please don't let her.
You know?
There's nothing that breaks your heart more than the day after you pick up litter and you use the entrance to the Parkway.
And it's all
Right.
So
fun.
it's not litter back.
I
It's
know.
usually around the entrance, like on ramps and off ramps that people explode everywhere.
Take your beer cans home, recycle them. That's all I have. Thank you.
All right, anything else? All right. Anybody wanna?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All right, good night,
you,
everybody.
Brian.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Halloween.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Good night.